Australia came pretty close. I'm pretty happy with my pick. They almost got a result out of that game against Germany. I felt with the way they played in the second half, they deserved a draw. A bit unfortunate because Kruse squandered so many good opportunities when the ball came to him. Massimo Luongo cost Australia this match. One of the defenders. He made a very silly challenge in the box that awarded them the penalty that gave Germany the lead back after Australia had just equalized. The foul that he had made that led up to Julian Draxler's penalty was pretty much the same textbook mainstream foul in the box that managers warn their players against making. It was completely unnecessary. It was foolish. It was reckless. He could have hurt the guy. And he cost his team in the end. And if I am, what's his name? Ange Postecoglou, the Australian manager, I'd have a long talk with him. Possibly not even start him in the next match. Because Australia really could have gotten a point from this game. I thought it was going to end 3-3 after Germany went ahead 3-2, and there was still 35 minutes left over in the game. I thought, you know what, Australia's going to get one back. They're going to bring this level. They almost did a few times, but we went scoreless for most of the second half, and it ended 3-2. For Germany, you have to give credit because they started off this match the same way Chile started off the other day against Cameroon, completely dominating possession. Australia looked outmatched on almost every area of the field. They looked really unorganized. They didn't know what they were doing. There was no structure. There was no leadership on the field. I think Tim Cahill not starting was a big mistake. Bringing him on as a sub late on, I think was Australia's biggest error. Because, yes, he's 38 years old, but he's a veteran of the squad. And really, with Miles Jedinak, Australia's captain and central defender, unable to make it to this tournament due to injury, they really were missing leadership yesterday on the field. And I think that Tim Cahill could have provided that for them. And he's known for scoring for Australia when they need it most and coming up in big moments. So, I thought he came onto the field a little bit too late. I would argue that he should have been started. Maybe not play the full 90 minutes because I don't think he can play the full 90 minutes anymore. But you don't bring him on in the 88th minute. I think that was a gross error on behalf of Ange Postecoglou. For Germany, you have to give them credit because Joachim Löw's gamble of bringing a youth team to this tournament, so far at least, it has paid off. I'm not convinced entirely just yet that they're going to advance out of this group because keep in mind that if this was Germany's A team or even their B team, I think this was their C team. People say this is German B team. I think it's their C plus team, which really speaks to how in-depth Germany, the national team, is in selecting their lineups. If this was Germany's B team or A team, Australia does not come back into this match. So I do think there were a few signs of concern for Germany in this match because they allowed Australia to come back into it twice, which with Müller, Khedira, Royce, Ozil doesn't happen. That never happened. That would not happen. Goalkeeper Leno, I thought he had a terrible game for the most part. I don't expect him to start again. I think his tournament's over. You're probably going to see Ter Stegen start either in the next match or in the last group game. Joachim Löw might start 3 different goalkeepers in the 3 group game matches. I think that's what he was leaning towards. So, the fact that they allowed Australia to come back into the match twice, I think demonstrates that while, yes, it is a very young and talented lineup, it's also an inexperienced lineup. And I think it's going to cost them later on the road. I would be a little bit surprised if this German team won the Confederations Cup, just because I think when they come up against better opposition like Chile and Portugal and even Mexico, you can't afford to allow your team to come back in at multiple points within the game, and they did that against Australia. If this game was going to be decided on talent alone, Germany should have won this game probably by at least 3 goals, in my opinion. But it was a narrow victory, and arguably you can make the case that Australia deserved some kind of result out of this. I think they did. I think they deserved a draw. But yeah, I don't regret not picking Germany to come out of this group, because you look at how, in the end, how close this game turned out to be. It really could have gone either way. It really could have gone either way. If Luongo didn't cost Australia, and if Cruz, I think one of Australia's forwards, if he wasn't completely useless as he was yesterday, I think they could have probably won the game. I think they could have. So, yeah, if I'm Joachim Löw, I still would have brought a stronger team to this tournament. I still would not have brought an entirely youth team that only has 20 caps between 2 or 3 players on there. Everyone else, 0 tournament experience, single-digit caps. It might pay off again against Cameroon. It's probably now going to be enough to get out of this group. But later on, against Mexico or Portugal or Chile, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if it worked. So, and I just want to say that I'm not giving up on Australia yet. I do see a path for them out of this group, because I do see this German team struggling with Chile. So if Chile beats them in their next match, and Australia gets a win over Cameroon, Australia's right back in it. Because them and Germany will be level on 3 points. It could go down a goal difference by the end of the conclusion of this group. So I think Australia is still with a decent chance of getting out of this group with 4 points. I really do. I think they're still in with the chance here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Got the hiccups. I'll see you in my next video when I talk about my prediction for Russia versus Portugal tomorrow.